Life is a complicated soup of meaningless chaos. And I say that because a lot of people in life, and you will have found this in your life too, like to tell you how you should live. They say, yeah, you should, you should do this, you should do that, and not only just vocally expressing it, but also often we feel the social pressure to conform and in essence we deny our own expression of our own individuality as a result of either the explicit suggestion to live in a way that differs from our own natural resonance, or from the social pressure because we feel that the way we actually are, with our own quirks and our own specific ways of doing things, is not always doesn't always align with the way everyone else does things. And yeah, like for example, in my life, I used to, yeah, I like things to be well organized and structured, especially when I'm communicating. And in texts, when I was sending texts, uh, I used to I noticed that people weren't typing as sort of organized and like, yeah, as I would want to do myself. And so sometimes I didn't do it like that because I thought like, oh, maybe this person will think I'm weird. Like, why is he so fucking, why is he, why not just, why put so much thought into that and stuff? And whereas for me, it's important to communicate clearly. And so I was denying myself of that authentic expression of that. I was denying myself of kind of being myself in a way because I thought, oh, people might judge me if I do that. They might think I'm weird. And the truth is, like, yeah, some people might think it's weird, but but that's okay. And you you don't necessarily need to have everyone think like, oh, that's the correct way of doing things, I like the way you do things and I agree, because that's not going to happen. Inevitably, people, if everyone were to examine everything you do and the way you do it, which would be horrifying probably, there would be there would be uh, it would be very unrealistic that the consensus out of 8 billion people would be like, the way that person does things checks out with all of us. We fully understand and resonate with that. That's the way we do things. Or, people would definitely be like, with some things like, oh, why does that person do that? Or that's weird. Or I totally don't get that. Or I totally disagree with that. Like, there's so many of us and there's so many ways of thinking and beliefs and the ways we resonate in our personalities, we're so different that of course some people won't understand you. And that's, I guess, like probably quite a common fear, is to be misunderstood. We want to be understood because, yeah, it just feels good to be to to feel like we're understood. And so yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it feels quite because regarding the communication thing, I've started to communicate in that way, in the way that I like to communicate, and it feels good. So I just wanted to say, yeah, like, if you have your own equivalent of like the ordered communication, ordered, yeah, clear, structured communication, whatever it is that thing for you that maybe you've been holding back on because you've thought like, oh, like people might think this is weird. Like, yeah, I don't know, just some people will think it's weird. Some people might think it's fucking great though, and then maybe those people will really resonate with you. It's like, yeah, maybe the more you express yourself, like that's definitely a fear, and I'm also afraid of this, right? I'm not saying like, oh, I'm not afraid at all of being myself. Like, it's scary to be yourself. It's scary to express yourself, because then people can judge you for who you actually are. And so yeah, you make yourself vulnerable. And when we put on a mask in society, part of part of the benefit of that actually is that then when people judge, they're not really judging us, they're judging the mask. And so when we show our true self, when we then we leave our true self to then be judged. Having said that, it's also, it's like, it's kind of a risk to take, because yes, then people can judge you, but then some people can really resonate with you. And if you dim your own expression, and you kind of, you're not really showing yourself, then you probably, people will resonate at a moderate level with you. But if you really express who you are, then you'll probably repel some people strongly. At the same time, you'll probably attract some people really strongly too, because then people will see who you are, and they'll be like, fuck yeah, I really resonate with that person. And if you when we put on that mask, the price that we pay, because there's a benefit and a price to everything, right? And the price that we pay when we put the mask on is that person that might really resonate with your true self, even though maybe that person might judge you. This person that might really resonate with you, by putting on the mask, that person's only gonna resonate a little bit, and maybe you would have like a really fucking, I don't know, who knows where that relationship would go, who knows what kind of friend that might be, and what kind of, yeah, just relationship that you might have with that person. And so yeah, and also, it's just it's you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel better when you are in your own, when you're doing things your way. When you're doing things your way, you're just gonna feel better. I think that just makes sense, because it's the way that naturally resonates with you. So if you have your equivalent of uh, of ordered communication, whatever it is for you, your own little quirky way of doing things, and like, do it, do it, own it.